Today's video is in partnership with Plutus. It is a bank on crypto. You can get up to 3% rewards paid in cryptocurrency, the Pluton token, on any day-to-day spend, whether you're going to shop, whether you're going for a pint at a pub. 3% cash back on everything. So head over to plutus.it and check it out. Hello, welcome to Operation Crypto and welcome to a new video where we're going to take a look at Theta network. We'll have a look at some price analysis on both the USDT and the BTC pairings and have a look at some key levels of support where we could potentially place some orders, and then we'll have a look at some take profit regions and maybe even a bit of a trading setup. If you are new to this channel, then please make sure that you are subscribed, hit that like button and let's crack on. Right, so first up we will take a look at Bitcoin. We'll always start off by seeing which way the market is heading, and then we'll jump into the altcoin Theta. So, as you can see, it's been great. I mean, still nothing to get too excited about. We are still range bound, as you can see. Top line here, 41k. Bottom line, 28k, which is a yearly open, and we bounced off that very nicely. I mean, we had, I think it was 9 candles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we had 8. I think if you're in America, it did close in the 9th green, so you could say about 8 or 9 green candles in a row, which we have not seen for a long time. I think if you look back on the charts, it was around 2017 or 2015, back then I can't exactly remember, but all is looking good. For me, in terms of analysis, what we was looking for is a break above this moving average 50. If you look at the moving average 50 here, when we was on that bull run, the price was above it all the way until we obviously had that drop and we've been trading below it. And this entire accumulation period has been with underneath that moving average 50. We're broke above it now, so for me this is a bullish sign. Also, it was a bullish sign which hasn't seemed to materialize a little bit, but look at these red line here, that's money flow. We actually touched into the green for a little bit. We have, with this little sell-off, it looks like with a bit of a red patch coming up here, but fingers crossed this is just a small rollover before the next major rise. I mean, if you're looking for potential buy-ins on Bitcoin, if you try and visualize where this this moving average 50 is going to go, so I mean, if we say that, for example, with the price, we do that major move to upside. I think if you're looking for some buys, you could target around here, around 36k. There's always a possibility we could also get a wick within this range, which is 35k, which is that EQ, that central range of the entire move. So if you're looking for buys, maybe around 36,800 down to 3,500. I can't see us getting any daily closures of candles below this. I can see us bouncing up here and then continuing to rise over the course of the next few months. I do think that August is going to be a bullish time for Bitcoin. So let's just monitor that. That's a bit of a setup. I might even leave that on and save this chart separately and see if something like that does materialise. And for me, I think it is now the start of the next major leg up. Going from August all the way up to December, I think it's going to be a nice time for Bitcoin. I honestly can see 100k coming, and with that altcoins will fly. And on the subject of altcoins, we'll start by taking a look at Theta, and we'll have a look at first USDT and then we'll look at BTC pairing. I'm not going to look at T-Fuel, I'll look at that on a separate video. So this is a daily time frame. This was an area I was looking at last time to break through, but we obviously rejected off that double top and then slammed all the way down. In terms from the tops to the bottom, how much we actually dropped, if we look at the top all the way up at $15.89, that is the all-time high, down to this region down here, we did a 78% drop. Not as much as some altcoins, but it is a fairly substantial amount. Still, we are trading under this moving average 50. Money flow is in the red. So far, it is bearish. As you can see, we had no daily closures above that. So that is a bearish sign so far. What we're looking for is a break above that. But for now, I still think it's the Bitcoin show. I think Bitcoin ultimately is looking to gain some market dominance. If we just jump up to this quickly, Bitcoin market dominance is currently at 48. This, if you look at this blue line, this is a little bit of a setup I've got. I think Bitcoin is going to go on a random run soon, and the Bitcoin, especially with Satoshi pairs on altcoins, will start to feel the pain. And I also can see a move up to 52 or even potentially 57%. As you can see, we rejected off it here. Oh, sorry, support here, support here. So that to me is a key area, but this level here is too. So either 52 or 56% before we then do slam back down and alt season back on towards Q4 later on this year. But jumping back to Theta, we digress a little bit there. we need to have a look at some potential buy zones. In terms of time frames, I'm just going to do most of this analysis on my daily time frame because it is still a bit of a sideways chop region. So looking at this entire move here, as we are still trading under this this moving average 50, let's have a look at some buy zones. So we'll use that as a bottom, and that's for top. So blue level, yellow level here is the I've gone on to T-fuel there. Looking at this here, there we go, right one. So looking at this entire move here, so that's a bottom move, that's the top of a move. So if you're looking for some buys, I would potentially ladder some orders all the way down from 551 all the way down to 447. I think that could be a good potential area to pick up some orders. So if you're looking at this entire move to the upside, then looking for a rejection, this is not looking too good so far. I mean, you could say we're potentially forming a bull flag, but if we do break down from that, you could potentially pick up orders there before then we do go on and start to push up and break above that moving average 50. So looking for buys, ladder down from 551. I mean, even ladder some down to this region around here. We've got a few wicks, so all the way down to 450. Maybe get 2-3 orders with them at range, and you might be lucky, you might pick some up to the bottom side of that. But if we do not drop and we continue to go up, or even if you manage to fill some orders around here and you're looking for regions that we need to break through, I mean, you can look at these extensions, this fib. We've got 762 here, which is close to that region. I'm going to mark up that way a box. So you look at all these wicks around here, 1, 2, 3 wicks close to that region. Now just move that down a little bit. So that's the first major area of resistance to break through at 750. I think if we did break through that, then we can look at this region here, them 2 wicks up at around $10 is going to be the first, I mean, the major level. $10 is a nice psychological area of resistance, and that will take some getting through. We've used it as resistance here and then support all the way through here. So first major level, if you're looking to take some profit, 762, 750 area, and then $10 is the next major region after that. So that's that pair pretty much covered. A few buy zones and a few sell zones. I'm not going to go into in-depth technical analysis because the market's still very indecisive. I know we've had a decent pump on Bitcoin, but in reality we are still range bound. And then jumping into Theta BTC, move over to, let's just delete all that. So in terms of price analysis, this is the one which I honestly feel will feel the most pain. I mean, we double bottomed there, so we'll mark that region up there. If you look at that wick and then that wick there, and we bounced up it, so that does show that there's a nice area of liquidity there where people are willing to buy and people had orders. So that's down at around 12,000 satoshis. If Bitcoin dominance does go in a rally, I think you might be able to get some orders filled. Don't shoot me for this, but I think orders down around that region, down to about 7,000 to 8,000 satoshis. As you can see, a nice area where we rejected off it a lot there, so we'd expect that to be a solid area of support. So if you're looking for buys, I would ladder some down from this region here, 12,000 satoshis, all the way down to around 7,500 sats. I think that could be a nice area if you pick some cheap Theta up with Bitcoin. But if we do return and Bitcoin doesn't miraculously try and regain some market dominance, and the first area to break through is this. I'll mark it with a horizontal array actually. Oh, we'll do it that way. That's the first area to break through at around 21,000 sats. So if we do push to the upside from here, that's looking like a 40% gain. So potentially you could pick some orders up around within that trading area. But like I say, I'm not going to go into any more depth analysis. That is pretty much it for today's video. Just some levels of support to ladder some orders in. Same on the USDT pair. Some laddered orders all the way down from 5 all the way down to 415. Who knows, we might get lucky. Remember though, this market is still a little bit wobbly. Currently at 39k. If we do break down below this and we come down to a bottom side, there's a potential that you could maybe get some orders filled up at 28k. I'm not of the opinion we're going to go down to this region. A lot of people are saying, oh, 23k, 20k. I've seen them below like 10k and I'm thinking, not for me. That I don't think it is for me. I mean, if you want to go by any indicators, shall we just have a quick look at stock to flow before we wrap this video up? Stock to flow. Here, let's just refresh that. Here you go. We've had a slight tick up there. I see similarities here to what happened in the 2013 bull run. We had 2 peaks within that 13 bull run into 14, so I think we're going to get a nice tick up to this side around 100k before we then plateau. So fingers crossed, the market does act nicely and we can start to make some money over this end of Q3 going into Q4. So let's pray. That's going to do it for today's video. If you're new to this channel, then please make sure that you are subscribed. Hit that like button. I'll catch you next time.